Good morning, dear apprentices of English that Works This. We start this third web conference about activity 3. So I will share the screen with you. So remember where to find the activities. You find the activities in contenido del curso, proyecto, and now we click on activity 3, right? This is all the information we need for doing activity 3. A reminder, don't forget to go to a schedule of activities and look at the dates. We have all the activities of the course, right? The day we end, this is the final day to send activities. That's important. Another reminder is don't forget that here, on the main page, announcements, you find all the announcements, all the information of the course. We also enter the forums here through this link, forums, and this is the link to look at your grades. So click on Central. For you, it is calificaciones. And I will ask you to open this class we have here, RAG 1, RAG 2, RAG 3, and RAG 4. Don't get confused with these ones. You don't have to open these activities complementarias. No abran este link, just these ones, okay? When you open, you find, for instance, this one is comunicar ideas combinando diferentes tiempos verbales, and the activities is blog, who I am, who am I, and making a change, my life plan. And these are the activities for activity 3, for learning guide 3. We have done right now, we are in the 4th week of the course. So I will show you the schedule of activities. We have done regrets from the dying. So it is important for you to look at your results, the results you got on this evidence. Also this one, the time is now, and lifelong learner, which is, remember, these two activities are in just one. And we have done also learning guide 2, giving advice, evidence live from a wheelchair, and sharing experiences, which is the forum. And in this week, we are going to look at this new week of the course, my life plan, making a change, and okay, I believe this is a mistake, and blog, who am I? Because making a change, we have it already here. And we have it in this week, right? Oh, no, that's right. In this learning guide 3, we have these 3 activities. The blog, who am I, in just one activity, and we have these 2, my life plan and making a change, in one activity too. So I will show you. So that's important for you to understand, to take into account when you look at your grades, right? So for instance, this one is the final week, so we don't have to look at this one yet. And RAP 3, reflexionar retrospectiva y críticamente en RAD4. So regress from the time. The time is not a lifelong learner. This one was the second week learning guide 1. If you got a D, you can change the activity. Please go to the comment you will find and make the corrections and send the activity again, right? So we have regress from the time. The time is not a lifelong learner from week 2 learning guide 1. And we also have this one, which is the third week, the second activity, learning guide 2, the one we finished yesterday or 2 days before, for sharing experiences and giving advice live from a wheelchair. And for this week, we started yesterday, we have these 2 activities. Look, we have 2 activities in just one link. So at the end, you will have to do 3 activities, right? Apart from the interactive activity. So that's important for you to know when you look at your grades, right? So now let's go to activity 3, learning guide 3. Don't forget to download and read the document. We also have the material to be or not to be. I believe I have it already here. Yes, here it is. And you will learn how to write biographies, how to use simple tenses, and vocabulary about productivity and accountability. Right? We also have the support material. In this link we find the multimedia glossary, the download glossary version, of the glossary, and the support material, and I have the support material here, which is a practice from a biography and some reading comprehension questions, a timeline you can use to do your own biography, and here's some vocabulary. Okay, so let's go to the activities. Evidence block, who am I? Who am I? Don't forget to download the activity you have to fill in through this link. Click here to download the file of this evidence. And the same with making a change and my life plan. You open the link, click here to download and save the file of this evidence in your computer. And also, in the same link where you find the activity you will have to work on, you find also the link for sending it, right? That's important. So let's look at blog, who am I? And evidence making a change, my life plan. So let's start with this one, making a change. In this activity, you will have to write a biography, your own biography. Please write here, where it says here. And it says that a minimum of 200 words. We find, in this section, we find an example is about Daniel Goleman. In this second part, you will find this is a checklist you can use to write your own biography. You can, like a storming about ideas, relevant events in your life. You can use chronological order. You can add information about your family, your academic background. I know there is a few group of students which are still secondary in the secondary school. So maybe you can add more information about your family and some relevant events in your life. But for the older, you can add your academic background, and here you find some other information you can add in your own biography. So let's look at Daniel Goleman example. Look, he is alive. So we use present. We use present for a short introduction, and then we start using past. This is really important, please, because you are going to talk about past events, about relevant past events in your life. You can add this information, where and when were you born, information about your parents, your college, where you lived when you were a child or younger. And here we find also some information about academic background. In this case, Goleman, we're talking about all the studies, university studies he did and everything. He's a writer, so he wrote his first book, and look, this is important, all the verbs in past tense, in past form, because they are written in past, in simple past, because we're talking about past events. And here we transition from past to present again. Here past, but now we start talking about these days, nowadays. Goleman cooperates, this is present. He also manages, this is present. So you can use those transitions in your own biography, right? So a small example, I will say, I am Yvonne. I am an English teacher, so I am using present, but then I will start talking about my past. I was born in Ibagué. I lived in Ibagué for 15 years. And then I will start talking about my family, my parents, some relevant events, my university studies, and everything. And then I will finish saying, okay, nowadays I am working as blah, 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 blah. So please use that structure and use also this checklist. This is the first part of this activity which include two activities, remember. So in the last part you find the second evidence in this one, which is my life plan. In this activity, you will have to name, to write 8 actions in the future and how you plan to get to that place in the future. So for instance, my life plan is ambitious. I'm going to study at university one day, I will travel abroad, and I'm going to buy a house. In order to achieve my dreams, I have to get up early and study hard, save money, get a better job, know more about other cultures, and keep a positive attitude every day. So please, here you write your plans. So my plans in 5 years, let's say in 5 years, are I am going, don't forget to use future, going to, and will. You have those two options. I am going to live abroad. When I finish to when I finish naming all those plans, ambitious plans I have, or let's say the next 5 years, 10 years, you decide, then you will have to be clear about how are you going to achieve this plan, this life plan, okay? For doing so, in order, to do that, I will have to. This is an example, but in the material you will find some other expressions. Okay, this is the first two activities in Learning Guide 3. Then we have this one, which is similar to the previous one. In this blog, Who Am I?, you will have to write a shortened version of your biography. So you can write, let's say, 10 sentences, maybe 20. And please include this information: your name, how old are you, the place and date of birth, your occupation, your academic or professional background. You can use a timeline to help you to organize this information. So let's go to the support material. In the support material, you find an example of a timeline. You choose the relevant events in your life, the dates of those events, and then you add the event. Okay? You don't have to add a timeline here. That timeline is for you to organize your ideas and start before writing your biography. Okay? Um, Another important thing we find, okay, in the material, the first part, how to write biographies. Here you find again the example, Daniel Goleman's example, Daniel Goleman's biography, the event, the year or date. Okay, these are the main events in his life, and Then this is the example following this timeline. Okay, and then these are good questions to consider when you write your own biography. In this case, those questions are related to his academic background. Okay, and here I will add another video with explanation of these simple tenses, the present and the past of the verb to be, present and past of the other verbs, and the future. Here are some examples. You find also examples. And this is really important, the vocabulary about productivity and accountability. So please use it in your biography. Mm, For instance, for setting goals. So this will help you to organize your ideas, to write your life plan for the next 5-10 years. Okay. Mm, and here at the end, you find the examples from the unit. So don't forget to look at the multimedia version of this material and do these exercises. This is a good exercise for you to do, especially that one about the verb tenses, because in your own biography you will have to move from present to past, from past to present, and then at the end, in my life plan, using the present and the future. Okay, so please read carefully, study carefully this material. Okay, thank you for now and see you in a while.